Hello everyone and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host Rob Bentley and thanks for tuning in. On today's show we'll recap a busy weekend, opening weekend for the Ferris State University Bulldogs as we talk football, cross country and tennis, and we'll start with football and head coach Tony Annese. And coach, first of all, welcome back to the show for the first time and congratulations on the season opening win.
Thanks Rob, appreciate it.
You went down to McKendree, down near the St. Louis area, and a hot day, a long trip, but your team played well, 75-14 victory.
Yeah, I thought we handled the trip very well. A little bit concerned about the heat. There was heat warnings when we got down there Wednesday. It said 105 heat index, which was supposed to be 95-degree temperature with the humidity and the things. So we were a little nervous about that, but I thought we managed really better than they did. We wore them down, and I thought our kids just played with great energy and handled the heat very well.
You kind of combated that, maybe a different scenario than most games, arriving a little bit late, inside of an hour to the stadium.
Yeah, you know, we stayed in the hotel a little bit longer. We did some stretching in there, and we taped in there, and we got dressed in a nice convention center. And so that, I think, helped us a little bit, and it kept us out of the heat. And then it did cool down a little bit. You know, the clouds rolled in, which lowered the temperature a little bit. So I thought all in all it was smart to stay out of the heat, and then our kids handled it well.
As we go to some of the highlights of the game, got off to a quick start, scored on your opening drive. Just talk about your offensive performance here in this game.
Well, you know, it's nice to have, you know, experienced guys. So, you know, it was one of those things that we had have a quarterback that's, you know, that's his 23rd game, and running backs and slots and offensive line with experience. And so we wanted to come out and throw the ball, move it around a lot, and you'll see on the highlights a lot. We have some pretty big plays. We ran the ball effectively, but I think, you know, in the first half we had over 250 yards passing. In the second half we didn't throw it much because, you know, we just didn't really want to be that way. But I thought, you know, Jason did a nice job, missed a couple, but for the most part, I think we were 20 for 26 throwing. So, you know, we've talked about that a lot, that's kind of be a, you know, initiative for us, and we've gotten a lot better at it.
One of the guys he was able to find here is Jake Lampman several times. Talk about that combination, those two, and the work they've done to really gel together.
Well, yeah, they're you know, they're roommates, and they've been good friends here now for the 4th year, and Jake's a senior. You know, Jason's still, you know, a junior. Jake got his first year, his red shirt was burned, but you know, they basically, you know, they really play well together. Jake's a responsible receiver. He's been our leading receiver now for the past 2 years, and he's ahead in this year too. But on the other side, Shakur Sanders played really well. Antonio Agers, I think, had the most receptions, and so we were able to throw quick. We were able to throw vertically. So I liked play action was solid. So I liked all of what he did in the pass game.
75 points, a school record, 761 yards of total offense, 476 rushing yards. Talk about those records, what that means here, and having it happen in the season opener.
Well, the most impressive part about the 471 yards rushing is we didn't have a 100-yard rusher. I mean, you've got that many yards rushing, a school record, but yet no one with 100. So that kind of goes to tell, you know, how much depth we've developed, and we're pleased by that. Really, the numbers are just the numbers. You know, you don't go into game thinking that, but by the same token, you know, we're able to do things a lot of different ways, and over time that serves us well, because ultimately, you know, someone might find a way to defend a certain play or a certain player, but ultimately we've got the ability to really now to spread the ball, and that's been our goal from the beginning. We still have that, you know, ace in our pocket, the Jason Vanderlaan downhill run, but I think he only had 11 carries for the game. So that's awesome. We played 14 freshmen, which is great. 4 were true freshmen. So, you know, we're playing young guys, and we were really pleased at the young guys' performance.
Talked a lot about the offense. The defense pitched a shutout after the opening quarter and a half. A lot of newcomers playing on the defensive side. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, our down 4 guys are experienced guys, and then our 2 deep there is experienced. Linebacker-wise, we played, you know, Anthony D'Arcangelo played quite a bit for us last year. James Wembley played a lot for us. Nick Huckabee came in. He was our defensive player of the game. He's kind of, even though he's been around a while, kind of a newcomer as a starter. I thought he did well. And then in the secondary, that's really where we're the youngest. But I thought those guys ran around well and kept the ball in front of them. With the exception of one play, we did a nice job of they picked at us quite a bit, but we never gave up anything real big.
This week, you turn your attention to Northwood, coming off a win over Northern Michigan. Talk about what you've seen out of the Timberwolves, at least here on film.
Yeah, congratulations to them. Coach Riepma's going through some hard times, and we wish him all the best. So they put together a great game up there. Northern Michigan is not an easy place to play, and they came together. They ran a lot of the option stuff that was what they did previously, and did a really nice job at it. Defensively, they held Northern down to 13 points. So I thought, all in all, they did a really nice job, and they're certainly going to be a huge threat on Saturday.
What will be some of the keys going into Hans Stadium? Obviously, the Bulldogs went in there and won last year, 42-10. What does it take to go in there and come out with a win in the?
Well, first off, I like the way we took care of the ball and we created turnovers last Thursday. So let's hope we can continue to do that. We only had one turnover and I think one penalty for 5 yards. So we played really smart, controlled football, and that's just something we've got to do all year to be successful. I think, not to sound arrogant, but I think people will feel like they've got their hands full defending us because of our versatility, and we need to continue to be versatile, put pressure on the defense in a lot of different ways, which we did the other night. We got to stop their run game. They want to control the ball and minimize your offensive plays, which I'm sure their strategy is going to be, hey, keep Ferris's offense off the field and try to grind at them. So we can't let them grind at us. And then, even, an option team, us being an option-based team, we look for that home run pass, and we just can't give up that home run pass. And then special teams-wise, I thought we were solid. We just got to continue to grow there. They typically are always good on special teams.
I know, obviously, not looking past Northwood, but the home opener, September 20th, against the rival Grand Valley, and a lot of Bulldog fans already excited about that one and hoping to have a huge crowd.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about it. Come out and support us. It'll be a good night. But yeah, we're focused on Northwood, and that it's the only way we're going to be a championship program is if we can come out every Saturday and play our best football. And ultimately, it's not. I tell the kids it's not the scoreboard that's the opponent or the team across the field. It's really ourselves. We need to be at our best every step of the way, because if we are, then we've got the talent to be successful.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win, and
thanks,
looking
Rob.
forward to another big game this Saturday at Northwood.
Good, thanks, appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.